A funeral is a place for the truth, not just for eulogies. It's a final reckoning, a moment where secrets buried for a lifetime can finally see the light of day. Today, I want to share a story that perfectly captures this. A story about a woman named Holly and the day she decided to detonate a truth bomb at her own father's funeral. I met Holly by chance at a local park, sitting on a bench, looking out at the water. There was a quiet strength about her, and after we started talking, she shared something that has stayed with me ever since. She told me about her father, a man who was, by all public accounts, a respected figure in their community. He was seen as a loving husband, a devoted father, and a successful businessman, but Holly knew a different story. She knew the man behind the carefully constructed mask. When her father passed away, the family prepared for a traditional funeral. The church was filled with friends, colleagues, and distant relatives, all there to pay their respects to the man they thought they knew. Eulogies were planned, filled with predictable praise and fond, sanitized memories. But as Holly stood at the lectern, looking out at the sea of somber faces, she knew she couldn't participate in the lie. She couldn't honor a man who had caused so much hidden pain, so she took a deep breath and began to speak. But instead of sharing heartwarming anecdotes, she started talking about the truth. She spoke about her father's secret life, a life of deceit and betrayal that had run parallel to his public one for decades. She revealed how he had systematically stolen money from his own family, draining her mother's inheritance and her own college fund to fuel his secret habits and fund a lifestyle no one knew he had. She talked about the emotional manipulation, the gaslighting, the constant fear of his temper that had defined her childhood. As she spoke, a ripple of shock went through the room. You could feel the atmosphere shift from respectful sorrow to stunned silence. Jaws literally dropped. People who had known her father for years looked around in disbelief, whispering to each other, their faces a mixture of confusion and dawning horror. They were hearing for the first time about the dark reality that existed behind the closed doors of Holly's home. The man they were there to mourn was not the man Holly was describing. Holly didn't do it out of spite or a desire for revenge. She did it for her mother, who had suffered in silence for so long, and for herself, to finally break free from the weight of his secrets. She explained that she couldn't let his legacy be a lie. Her words weren't just an expose. They were an act of liberation. She was reclaiming her family's narrative, refusing to let the facade outlive the man who built it. When she finished, there was no applause, just a heavy, profound silence. Some people looked at her with pity, others with anger for disrupting the sanctity of the service. But many, especially those who had known the family closely, looked at her with a newfound understanding. In that moment, the carefully crafted image of the perfect family died right there, along with the man who had forced them to uphold it. Holly's story is a powerful reminder that truth, no matter how painful, can be a form of healing. It shows us that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to stop pretending. By speaking her truth, Holly didn't just end a funeral. She started a new chapter for herself and her mother, one based on honesty and the freedom that comes with it. What do you think about what Holly did? Was it the right place, the right time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story as compelling as I did, please consider liking and subscribing for more. I'll see you in the next one.